Welcome back to another edition of the Singletrack Session, number 109 here with the TrailManners podcast. I am Aric Manning. We got Joel Hatch here. We've got a new week, fresh month, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The weather's changing again.
Yeah, that was fast.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get the prototypical fall weather of 60 degrees.
It'll come back next week.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I went running this morning, and it was like 42.
Right, which is nice.
And I haven't dressed for 42 yet.
Gotcha.
And it was, so I started 22nd and ran towards a canyon. I got a headwind.
Yeah.
That was pretty cold.
Yeah.
I was like, that's neat. I'm glad I wore tape over my nipples this morning. But yeah, the weather is, I loved running in this weather, though.
Me too.
I mean, it's like my favorite. And even if it started to rain a little bit, I'd still be jazzed.
Yeah.
I still dig it. So prime running weather here in northern Utah.
Mm-hmm.
So this week, we're not going to focus a lot of races. There has been a few. There was the Grindstone 100 back east.
Yeah.
There was
quite
the Hennepin.
a bit.
There was a lot of smaller races.
Right.
But yeah,
not much going on in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, and even, we'll throw some love to the East Coast. That Grindstone went on, which looks like a great event.
It does.
There was the Hennepin race that went on, which looks like a great event. But we're going to shift gears. We're not going to talk about upcoming races that are going on. I don't know all of them next week, but there's some coming up.
Yeah, there's one or two coming up.
The one I'm excited for, though, I think isn't until November, and that's the Antelope Island Fall Classic.
Yeah.
Just because I will be emceeing the finish line. This will be a first for me.
Yep.
So I hope I'm properly lubed.
Yes.
When that means beer.
Yes. And some squirrel's nut butter.
Yeah, if I'm going to be sitting that long, I might wear some padded bike shorts.
Good idea.
Just to be safe, but and it should be interesting. If the weather's bad, I will brave it.
Yeah,
I'll sit out there and
call the shots.
If you're running the race, because I know a lot of people do run that race. If you're running the race, what it's basically going to be is when people cross a finish line, I'll be saying, "Hey, here comes runner."
Right.
57 from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Right.
Whatever. So if you have a fun one-liner about yourself, maybe something people don't know, message it to me, and I'll put it down. Because if you don't, and I know you,
you're going to get it.
I've already started my list.
Yeah, there you go. I like it.
Here's one of my. I'm going to just give you an idea of the type of things I will be saying.
Right.
So let's pick someone to pick on that we know can.
Brad Sween.
I was going to say that.
Brad
That's
Sween.
Awesome. So Brad Sween's running in.
Yeah.
Here comes bib number 2, but number 1 in your hearts, Brad Sween from ex-Utah. On the side, Brad raises free-range guinea pigs for milk for a new nutrition gel.
That's right.
Stuff like that. So we're going to have a whole list of those.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be nice. But
they'll be mostly
family-friendly. The better I know you, the more trouble you're in.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
If I don't know you, you're
still going to get a dose.
You should get a dose. I got to see how many people are running the race.
Yeah.
But if you have some to shoot my way, go ahead, because I don't know how many. I'm guessing 100-ish people or so.
For some reason, you're going to take this race a little bit easy, and you plan on coming in a little slower.
Yeah.
Eric's going to be more lubed up by then.
Oh, yeah. You want to finish top as quick as you can.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you don't, because I got to drive back, so maybe I have to take it easy. Maybe I'll sleep out there. I don't know.
There you go.
It's going to be fun. It's my first. It's going to be a lot of fun that Jim's letting me do that, but I'm looking forward to that.
Gotcha.
But I'm also looking forward to the capstone. We're going down there, doing the half down there, just to get out of the weather. So that's Turtle Miller's race.
The weather. You just talked about how much you'd like
by
this.
December.
Well, yeah, that's different.
It's going to be snowy.
If we're lucky.
And colder.
Yeah.
And so I can go down there and, wear like a tank top.
Yeah.
It'd
be 60 degrees and sunny and running. Yeah.
Sunglasses.
Worried
lots
about getting sunburned.
Lots of tanning, copper tone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm looking forward to that. Because that's when the weather changes officially. And I will be out to Colorado Springs for Thanksgiving. So anybody out in the Springs, I'm up for a run. So hit me up. I'd love to go running with somebody out there. But anyway, so our last episode we did was our series finale. We did this last year with Jeff Hart and Hard Rock.
Right.
This year we picked Harrison Fluman and the Bigfoot 200.
Yeah.
So we had him on a few podcasts, and Tuesday we did episode 124, which was a lot of fun. Because just Harrison's just a fun person.
Right.
He's a fun guy, like a mushroom. But we had a lot of very entertaining conversation, and just still amazes me the 200-mile distance. It's just still a lot to wrap your head around.
Yep.
And even like Harrison had some great points I never thought of. It's like there is really no training for a 200, except for running 200s.
Yeah, lots of time on your feet.
So, learned a lot from that one. And super cool to see them finish because that's just a daunting task.
Right.
And now we've got the Moab 200 coming up, which is the season finale.
Right.
For the Triple Crown. So all you people out there doing the Triple Crown, good luck in Moab because it's only like 240 miles.
True.
So
right.
let's finish on a high note there
Yeah.
and hope for good weather.
True.
Long finishing times, cold in the desert, so be ready.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, so a few fun things. One thing I've done this week that I'm going to recommend to our listeners because I like to give people my opinion.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook. I'm not going to lie. And a lot of it is because of TrailManners.
Yeah.
We get a lot of comments. We get messages.
Right.
I also run another Facebook page, so I have to be on there. And automatically when I get on, it shows my stuff, right? My personal stuff or whatever.
Right.
And what I did, I went and snoozed people. So there's people
you can give me like a 30-day
snooze.
Yes.
And I've done that for a lot of people. I hate to say that.
Yeah.
And they were usually the negative or the political.
Yes.
Right? Because I just don't like that. If I want political stuff, I'm turning the news on.
Yeah.
And we live in a society today where you don't get an opinion. Right? It's like it's my way or the highway. Where before, in the past, without social media, it was you could have open discussions.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this is the only way. This is it's black and white.
Yep.
And so I've started snoozing, and man, it's been a lot more fun.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Just to see like stuff I want to see.
Yeah.
Like puppies.
Yeah.
Cheese curds.
IPAs.
Positive pictures, things like that. So I recommend to snooze people out there if you're tired like I am. I know some people get completely off, which is fine.
Yeah.
I can't. For other couple
That'd be
other
so
reasons.
nice if we could.
But that's a great option. It's the snooze button, and then what's really good is after 30 days, if they pop back up and it still annoys you, you can do it again or just get rid of them. Right?
I think I did that once or twice, like snooze some people, and then I realized I can unfollow but stay friends.
Yeah. So there's some options.
So that way,
there.
in case you need to message them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with people's views. It's just some of them are funny because what I've noticed on a few people, which probably aren't listeners of the show for sure.
Right.
But they have these opinions, and they usually share something. It's a link. Someone else posted it.
Right.
And half the time I'm looking at this person going, you have probably no idea the majority of what it's all about. It's just you're on this bandwagon, or you're on this side of the fence or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, I recommend the snooze. I recommend it on alarm clock very much so, but I also recommend it on Facebook. So the snooze is a mighty tool that you can use. Next thing I'm struggling with, Joel, you help me out here. Business casual. What does that mean to you?
I have no idea.
So,
actually,
business casual dress.
So I've got this upcoming company party, not mine, my wife's.
Okay.
And in the past, it's been expected that you show up in a formal wear.
Okay.
But I don't want to, so I want to go business casual.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to aim for a nice new crisp pair of jeans.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
A button-down shirt.
Yep.
And then a jacket over top.
There you go.
I can pull that off.
Yeah, easy.
And that would be,
What are you putting on your feet?
Pair of Blundstones probably.
Okay. Nice.
Because those are badass.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah. Or if I had some cool cowboy boots, I might roll with that, but I don't.
That's different.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with business casual
I think
dress.
that's what that is. For you and I who are not traditional workers, business casual is putting on a pair of jeans.
See, that's because I'm struggling because, I struggle with business casual. I think I have an idea what they mean, right?
I think so too.
But so I got called to jury duty. I have to start calling in on a Friday.
Yeah, you gotta look nice. You can't go in there looking like a bum.
It says business casual, and I'm thinking, and it says no shorts.
Yeah, no, you gotta wear pants, button down, tucked in, belt.
I'm against the business casual.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if I show up with shorts and maybe a tank top, they may not let me be juror. I don't know if they'll send me home. Could they arrest me?
Give you a fine.
Really?
They might.
See, that's a bunch of horse shit. So I have to, this Friday I got to call in for a week at 5 p.m. every night with my juror number and stuff and see if I have to go in. I am not against jury duty. I think it's a civil duty. I really do. But the timing of it makes me mad because they sent me a little sheet that says when can't you for whatever. And I'm taking my daughter to San Diego in 2 weeks.
You've already spent some money.
So if they call, if it's the last Thursday and they're come on in, and I get stuck, it's like, what do I do?
Right.
It's like, that's horse manure.
Yeah.
So I think jury duty is something you need to do, but I just don't like how they're. And business casual confuses me because I work from PJs some days. I got a hoodie on, so that's like normal.
Right.
So if I'm casual.
How can you be more casual than that,
right? How do I be more casual?
Sleeping.
I guess
you got
wearing
your jams on.
my fuzzy slippers.
There you go.
Because I don't have those. I mean, I don't know. Do I have to dress up from what I work in? I don't know. I work from home, which is different. We do a podcast, so yeah. But jury duty with pants. Come on, man. It's like know your customer.
It's almost like Sunday dress up, I guess. I don't know, but I don't do that Sunday dress up thing.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a struggle for me.
Well, best of luck with you.
I appreciate. I really don't want to get called in. If it was another time of year, I'm totally for it.
Right.
But I just don't want it to overlap a potential vacation with my daughter. We've been planning for so long.
Knock on wood, right?
Yeah. So. But yeah, I don't want to be stupid and walking. I mean, people give me, say this. I'm like, I don't know if we'll get arrested, pigeonholed, put on the watch list.
They've already heard all of it,
They have. Yeah, this I can make something good up.
Right.
I'll have to figure that out.
Or you can be like, I know that person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's against the law?
Yeah, exactly.
I streak every Thursday.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, you can't do that. You can go home now.
Yeah.
After you take a trip over that officer over there. And the other thing, so yesterday... So this is recorded on a Tuesday. We recorded early this week because of me. Mm-hmm. I came in and got some stretching done yesterday with you.
You did,
which I'm a huge advocate for. I've spoken on the show about it. And between my bottom of my ribs to my kneecaps, I'm like a board.
You think it is. I don't.
You don't?
No. I've got people that are much more inflexible than you.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
but that doesn't mean that your inflexibility is not an issue.
It's an issue.
Yeah.
Because I hate it.
Yeah.
And you wrenched on me fairly good yesterday.
Yeah. I don't want to crush you.
Yeah. But I might have bent some stuff on your table because it was pretty good. But it's amazing. It really is. I've got my next appointment set up because I know I need to work on some things. I've been running more. I've been working out more. I'm on 6 weeks of eating clean as of today. But my next step is the one I can't get over, and that's yoga.
You just need to dive in there, man.
So I bought my yoga mat. Amazon just showed me it's coming today.
Yeah.
So I have a yoga mat. I got a blue one.
Yeah.
Because I looked at the colors, and I hear blue is soothing.
It is.
So I'm okay. It's like a lightish blue.
Yeah, they're less likely to call on you if you got the
like a
blue
big
one.
There was one with like red and flames on it.
Yeah,
and I
for
thought,
sure.
that
would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put some racing stripes on this one. But so I belong to the front climbing gym, and they have and I can do it for free from where I live, and they have a foundations class, but it's Thursdays at 5:45 p.m.
Oh yeah.
For an hour. Well, that's when I do my garbage trail. My garbage running, right? So we pick up trash and then go running. And I would rather do that because of the people that are there. Mm-hmm. I feel good about picking up garbage, even those stupid needles I picked up last week.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, I don't know this yoga thing. Like, I don't know if I could walk into a yoga studio by myself.
You need to go to the foundations class once.
Yeah.
And then transition into the other class.
Like, I just have them sing, like, hey, okay, relax, touch your toes. I could vision myself just walking over to a wall, leaning against it, and picking my foot up.
Just bend your knees.
I'm not comfortable. Like, I know people have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm really bad at starting somewhere when it comes to
It's going to help your running. You got to go into it with that mindset.
I think it's going to help everything.
Well, yeah,
I feel better when I'm stretched out. Like, my shoulders aren't real flexible. There's some issues there. But yeah, it's just that next step of yoga.
There needs to be a service like you can rent somebody that help you ease into that.
Like a yoga barista. Where they just work.
Somebody's
with you.
holding your hand going in.
Because I need that.
It's like,
because I feel uncomfortable.
It's your plus one.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe it's like
That's
an Uber yoga.
It's just called
type.
plus one.
Yeah, the plus one service.
Yeah, the plus one.
You
can rent somebody out for many different occasions.
And so what I would wear, I could just wear shorts. Like I'd want to wear longer shorts, right?
I don't know.
And then just
I think you need to go with your early 1990s soccer shorts, the shorty ones.
What about those?
Some Umbros.
What about the towel material ones I just bought that are pretty short with the
piping?
Dude,
yes. What's that material called?
Terry cloth or whatever. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, it's just like, okay, so that's my thing. It's like, okay, what do I wear?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm nervous, man. I really want to go. I get excited, but it's like, hey, where do I go? Like, I really want them to. I know that foundations, but I'd love to see like a yoga class. Week 1, right? Like this is for true beginners. It starts on October 20th. It's once a week, and we first timers to go 5 week period.
Gotcha.
So when I show up to all the veterans, and they're chanting and bending, and I'm just sitting there going, whatever, because I cramp up when I do stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I do stuff, I cramp, and I don't want to be that guy.
You need to be next to the door then, so you can make a quick exit.
I know. Just be
Excuse
like,
me,
sorry,
I need to step out. And
this isn't working for me. I'm sorry. I've seen beer yoga, which looks pretty cool.
It does.
But I know that I would just probably have
Drink
one of those hard hats
more,
on with 2 beers on each side and straws. So
I think you just need to embrace it. Go do it.
I need to jump out of my comfort zone. That's what 2019 will be about.
There you go.
Because I actually, and I want to give a quick shout out. I was running on Saturday, and I came across Bryce Warren, a friend of ours, and talked to him for quite some time. And Bryce, I don't know if you listen or not, but thank you so much for taking the time to talk. You're amazing, and I appreciate all the information and advice you gave me for that. And that's helped me try and take this next step into yogiism,
Yogiism.
So I can do that.
Dude, you need to get some yoga pants. Some dude yoga pants.
Isn't that just like running tights?
I don't know.
Be the same thing?
I'm not quite sure. They're probably twice as much as running tights.
Probably, and then I could go to the store in them.
Yeah, I think they accentuate the knuckle up front.
I could have gone without that visual right there. Yeah, I don't want any of those. I'm sweating right now. I got a hoodie on. I'm sweating. Holy cow. Yeah, I don't think I'll do yoga now. No, I was thinking like shorts and like a loose-fitting shirt.
Yeah, that's what I've done in the past.
Yeah, and but then probably a hand towel. Because I would be sweating like a hog. Even though it's not the heat room, I know I will be. Well, we did the one in your gym when Christy Joe did it, and that was good, and I felt more comfortable because people I knew.
Right.
Like half the class I knew.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever, these guys know I'm a joker.
Yeah.
But I just remember going through the process, cramping and everything. I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. It's just...
Right. You just need to do it.
Scary.
Embrace it.
Yeah. I need to be a yoga buddy. Okay, now here's the other thing I got for you. So I've been reading a lot. In your eyes, there's a lot. What's the next type of race that's coming out? We've got 200s.
Gotcha.
Sparta is taking over the world, and now I read somewhere where they have a 24-hour Spartan race.
Oh God, that sounds awful.
I couldn't, because it was almost like they were bagging on ultra runners. This article I saw, because like, all they do is run. So this other one that I saw is like 24 hours. There's no aid stations.
What? How is that possible?
I think it might be more of a loop.
Yeah, so you come back to start finish.
Yeah,
there's an aid station.
And I didn't read the whole thing, so someone out there might know. But there's not like aid stations. There's not pacing, but you do the obstacles and run for 24 hours.
So when you get to an obstacle and you fail at the obstacle, usually you have to do a set of burpees.
Yeah.
How are they accounting for those burpees? Is that you're just kind of like, okay, I did my 10, I'm good?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I didn't read the whole thing. I could have got more educated on it.
Right.
But I'm seeing races go to extremes.
I think with something like that, you're more likely to get injured doing something like that.
Oh, I totally agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the fatigue's going to really set in.
Yeah, when you're doing those hanging rings.
But, somebody wants to do it, go for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
But then you see, like right now is a big one with like Halloween dress-up races.
Yeah.
You're coming in the season of the turkey trots.
Turkey trots are the biggest.
Yeah.
Throughout the U.S., for sure. I just talked to somebody last week about that. Somebody that owned the Color Run.
Oh, yeah.
They're paring those down to just a couple markets, and then the next thing for them is the inflatables.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because there's inflatables,
Color
Runs.
Be, they'll go through a 3-year cycle with the inflatable, and then they'll be on to the next thing. But he said turkey trots is by far the biggest thing across the country.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. It's like if you come out with the next thing, because they have the mud runs, they've got, there's so many now, but they're all like these. Well, for example, yesterday, someone was posting on our Ogden Trails running website is the Nordic 7K we have coming up.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And somebody posted, we need to go do this, and some guy commented that they tagged back and said, let's find a half. 4 miles is nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I almost posted, come out, run it, and tell me that it's nothing.
Yeah.
Because do you know what this course is like? If it's a snow course, it's going to be challenging.
Yeah, and it's uphill.
And it could be as challenging as running an easy half marathon.
And it's fun. And that's what we're not putting it on as a ball
but,
buster.
Somebody that has that attitude, one part of me wants to challenge them to come out. Another part of me is like, well, screw you. I don't want you on our course.
Yeah.
Because your attitude is not the attitude we want to attract.
Yeah, we just want it's fun. It's like we've marketed this thing as end of year, just fun, something different.
Just having a good time, yeah.
But that's what I'm wondering is like, what's next?
Dude, I don't know.
So many things coming up, and
I bet you there's going to be another 200 miler coming out in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I can see that because there's probably room for one, say, in Arizona or Colorado.
Well, I just remember years ago, me and Scott Jaime had this conversation, and he's the one that brought it to my attention. This was probably at least 7-8 years ago, before even a sniff of a 200 we knew about. And he told me that. He goes, I think the next thing is going to be 150-mile, 200-mile races. And I'm like, no way. There's no way.
Right.
And, of course, now they are, and they sell out. And
I bet you'll see something longer. I bet you'll see something 300 miles, 500 miles. 500 would probably be the next thing.
I mean, yeah, because 300 isn't really that next. It's like your birthday, 16, 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So 500.
500 is like that. There's something about the number, right? And I did a 500-mile race over the course of 2 weeks.
Yeah. Or I could see like a race for you start in one state, end in another.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen the one that Corey Reese just did in Ohio, the Donut 100. He did that.
Man, my stomach feels terrible thinking about that.
But there's stuff based around food. There's stuff based around...
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know, something shorter. I don't know. With fishing,
we saw that one, the Flyathon.
Yeah, something like that. I'd like to see something like that.
I know those Primal Quest races they had used to be bigger.
Yeah,
and they've kind of died a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's because of access, because there's so many different. You have to paddle and it's adventure races, but it's Primal Quest had a different one. Yeah, so I'm always wondering because again, we had an issue on our trail system where someone spray painted for a race trail markings.
Right.
And so it just kind of makes you wonder, okay, what's next and what kind of impact could this have on what we do?
Yeah.
That was the first thing that crossed my mind. When I saw the spray paint in the parking lot, spray paint on the trails, I'm thinking to myself, okay, people get mad. This could impact our races.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's like, if you don't know how to do it, then stay off them, even though we do it correctly. So.
Well, we think we do.
Yeah. Well, we do it. Yeah, I'm going to say we do, I think. I think we do a good job. So, yeah, it's like, what the help is next?
I don't know. Races? I think longer. We'll see more 200s and then maybe something longer.
I couldn't imagine.
Maybe a 350.
What it would take to put on a 350.
I think a 350. You could put a 350 on. Yeah, it's about finding the trails.
Yeah,
right?
To make it work.
To make it work.
Yeah, yeah. Because
I think we talked a couple weeks ago about UTMB or that governing body.
Yeah.
They were going to come into the U.S.
They still haven't made an announcement.
Well, it's Javelina.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's the one that is part of that point system. Javelina is. I don't know if that's the one they were talking about. Like, there's a new one.
Okay.
Or if maybe there was lost in translation. But Javelina is part of that. I don't even know what that trail series is called.
Gotcha.
The IWT or something like that.
So you think, because they still haven't made an announcement of what that one's going to be. So
I don't know.
Curious. Yeah, and then also we have, and we get this a lot here in Utah, is the Ragnar type races, the relays.
But doesn't that seem like it's dying?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I think it is more because I remember it used to sell out like the day that ended.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There used to be people all the time, I need somebody for my team. Yeah. I need 4 more people.
But I know there's more of them, so maybe they're just more spread out.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, but there's those type of races.
I don't hear about them as much.
I don't either, and I don't know if it's because of the crowd we associate with more for running. I know a lot of the people like that have come over to the trail side.
Yeah.
But people like it. There's a place for it. They used to do a trail one here in Snow Basin. They did one year that was pretty fun. We did that. I don't know. Just there's so many out there.
Ooh, I know what's next. There should be. I like the idea of a team event. A team event can be either 2 or 4 people, where you have an accumulation of time. Or your time's based off the last runner type of thing.
Wasn't there a race we talked about? My mind's going blank, so I'm old. They had a team race. It was like a lot of money involved. Remember that? It was like a year ago or something. We talked about
Run Rabbit Run was trying to do that.
Was that the one? Mm-hmm. Okay, because I remember there was one where they had to sponsor, or they had to find the sponsors a lot of money.
It was like $10,000 for the enter.
Yeah.
But then you can win up to like, I don't know, $100,000 or something like that. But I'd like to see that. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I know Trans Rockies has one similar to that, which I still want to run.
Right, that's a team of 2. So something like that. So Trans Rockies with maybe teams of 2 or 4.
I'd like to see that without that relay aspect.
It's like a single day.
Thing.
Single day. Yeah, 6 hours, do as many loops as you can.
Combined time for all 3 runners.
Yeah.
We'll add them up, whoever has the fastest. So you could have the first and second could be your team, and then if your other guy
comes in
last,
that's
going to hurt you.
Exactly, something like that.
That would be fun. That would even be fun on a shorter distance race.
That's what I'm talking about. Shorter distance.
Yeah, we've talked about that. That'd be like almost cross country style. That would be fun.
Yeah, an adult cross country.
Yeah, we should just
series would be fun too.
We should just start an adult cross country team.
Yeah,
just for the singlets, really.
Yeah,
because and then do it old school. You have the big stripe across your chest with your name in it.
Absolutely,
that would be ideal. Oh, I like that. Anyway, we're going there. Speaking of races, we'll bring them up. El Vaquero, that's we got an event page that's opened.
Right.
Ty teases us without an entrance list, so you just want to be on it,
right?
Because this could be not just the last year, which we're just saying that we have no inside knowledge.
No, we don't.
But it could be the most epic year.
Yeah.
Just by looking at a lot of the names that are going.
Right.
This could be an absolute.
I need to get signed up for that.
Amazing time. I signed up for the 50, which means
50K.
Yeah, 50K. But because I remember saying I might do the 25K. But either way, I'm super pumped. Just because I see names like Simon. He's talking about coming again.
But he talked about that last year.
But he had some things happen.
He got hurt or something.
Yeah, and he wants to come this year. And he's already talked to Ty.
Right.
Amy Butler. They're coming back from Vermont.
Well, I want to go just so I can get Seth to whittle me something.
Oh my! You see mine hanging right behind you?
I do see you.
My daughter's got one.
I know.
They are sweet. That's coming up. We also want to talk about Beaverhead because that will be opening up November 1st.
Yeah.
And it is, I can't say enough about this race, honestly. I really can't. As hard as it is, it's a butt kicker, man.
But on the flip side, it's the volunteers and the organization that take a little edge off of that kick in the pants that you're going to get from the course.
So here's the thing. If you're thinking about being an RD or you're an RD, come to this race.
Yeah.
You can run it or just watch it, but they've dialed it in.
They got it.
I mean, their finish line is one of the best finish lines.
Dude, you walk up and you're like, really? Where'd this tent come from?
I know. It's like you're looking
Ringling
for
Brothers?
the elephant. Yeah. It's like, do we get elephant rides?
Yeah.
But amazing race, amazing towns. July 13th in 2019. Registration opens November 1st. We will be giving away a free entry to either distance coming up soon, so pay attention to that. But check them out, beaverheadenduranceruns.com or Facebook, Beaverhead Endurance Runs. One of the other cool things for you points chasers, the 100K is a 2020 Western States qualifier and 4 points for UTMB.
Right.
And the 55K is 3 points. So that gives you also an idea how tough that 55K is. If they're giving you 3 UTMB points, that's not easy.
No.
And I did the 55K last year.
Yeah.
And it worked me.
Yes.
And I'll admit I wasn't in the best shape, but there were some fit people there that got worked. But
that's the hardest part of the 100K course.
It is. And the views, though, are they're immaculate.
Right.
And they're going to be balancing out the permits to make it even on both sides. But the one other thing I want to talk about is even if you wait to, you're going to run November 1st, call and get your rooms reserved now.
Right.
They fill up super fast. Not a huge town, but Dave Tarkelson and his crew there put on an absolute mind-blowing experience. Finishers of the 100K get a sweet custom hoodie, which I was so jealous of last year.
Right.
Like super jealous, but hey, you got to earn it.
You do.
And so, hey, I was okay with that.
Right.
But it's super sweet. So we'll have a link on our notes, but put that on your calendar. Put a reminder on your email and your calendar for November 1st. That'll open up. It feels quicker every single year.
Right.
So don't miss out because they are balancing it out. So 55K could fill before the 100K. So you'll be looking.
Then you'll be forced to do
running
100K
because I want to get up there because Aric said that Amish store has the best sandwiches he's almost ever had. And then we talked about it before. We got our race coming up on December 15th, the Nordic 7K.
Ooh.
I'm struggling lately,
You were.
man.
It's like, dang, man.
So December 15th, the Nordic 7K. Love to see you out there. Like we talked about, it's a lot of fun. Last year was our first year. We sold it out, had a great time. People are registering already, so check that out. Again, just come up, say hi. We'll be hanging out there all day. I'm going to jump into the Strava segment. We'll do some Woody Footies, and we got some pretty sweet questions this week for Ask TrailManners. So, Strava week. Our buddy Kurt Stein. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Arkansas Traveler 100, right?
103.6 miles.
Nice.
His run time for the week, because he was on top of both, 29:19.
Oh, nice.
But climbing back on top, no pun intended, Erin Hill, 21,531.
She's getting ready for Hard Rock.
She is. She's like, hey, I've rested long enough.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start doing some vert.
Right.
So she's back on top with that. And Woody Footy was very difficult this week.
There were a lot of tasty treats that people submitted.
And I think I get a lot of enjoyment.
I'm glad it was your week.
I'm not. It took me a long time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of runners up, but I'm not going to go through those. But
right.
We had some great shots. Andrew Giles, he did the Grizzly Ultra 53K with his team. Great photo there. We love the Canadians, man.
Yeah.
They're such good supporters of the show, Andrew and his crew, always commenting. Had some Ochre Mountains, but we had some stuff from all over. Annie's in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Had some sweet pictures. I even saw a picture. She had her TrailManners visor in Vietnam. So she's really taken TrailManners to
the global.
It's global. Chelsea Minty, she's in Austria taking photos, and she's in the Pacific Northwest. We had Pennsylvania. Where were some other ones we had that I was like, oh, sweet mama. Oh, Simon had a great one with his visor on. Down in
on Bondi.
Yeah, and he had his Solomon. Looks like one of those waterproof Bonettis.
Yeah, those Bonattis.
He looks good, right? Like
looking pretty solid.
Looks like, check me out. I'm a trail runner, training for El Vaquero.
Yeah,
gonna hang out with the TrailManners dudes and everybody else. Laura Brenner from Pennsylvania, another great one. How about Neil Brannigan Fuller? There's a lot of names there, but that's his whole thing.
Right.
Golden Cap, the highest point on the southern west coastal footpath in the UK.
All right.
But I love the UK ones.
Yeah.
I love that. New York from Chad Smith had some good ones. We had Maryland. There's a couple. Amy Butler killing me with the foliage back in Vermont. Kokopelli Trail. Eric Thomas, he didn't even put a picture. He said, after failing to post a picture worthy of winning, my feet took me to the couch to heal my hip.
There you go.
Heal up, Eric. Seriously. We'd love to see you back out there. Cascade, Washington, Jen Thistle, that looked amazing. Maple Pass Loop. Foothill Frenzy, we had some from the Grand Circle Trail Fest. Massachusetts, the Long Trail in Vermont by Meg. Where was the one I was looking for?
Uh-oh, you lost yours?
No, I know who won.
Okay.
Butte Meadows, California. Megan Martinez did a great job again running here in the Utah, the U.S. Rob Rich was down in Zion. So we have some great, and the Grand Canyon. He got around. Ryan Heiner, Bell's Canyon, and congratulations, Ryan. Ryan is a dad-to-be for the first time, so congratulations to him and Katie. And then another fun one was Brett Whitelaw. He was at the VIP tent at St. George, and it looked like he might have snuck in there after the finish, showing the grub. But this week's winner, which is going to come to maybe a little surprise, and it goes to Katie Michele Barney.
Okay.
It was Lake Mary in Big Cottonwood Canyon with snow.
Oh, okay.
So a little surprise,
early
for snow, but I looked at that photo and it brought me instant peace.
Yeah, I like Lake Mary. It's a good area to run.
It is so, that picture she posted is so pretty. So Katie Michele Barney, we're going to use your picture for Woody Footy this week. So message me, manners@trailmanners.com. We'll get your hat out. We have like 10 or 11 of those left.
Right.
Thank you to Sign Garage for sponsoring us this whole year on this awesome thing where they just took care of the hats for us. Get down to them right away because they are going to be swamped for the holidays here in 25th Street. Again, Sign Garage, Elizabeth and Nate, and they have a little baby that they're fostering right now that is adorable. But yeah, congratulations, Katie, on your first picture of, this is our first snow picture of the winter, and I'm sure there'll be a few more to come.
I'm sure Andrew's going to inundate us with snow pictures shortly.
Some good ones.
Yeah.
I hope, Andrew, if you're listening. So that's our Woody Footy, and now we've got some Ask TrailManners, and I like them.
Okay.
I love, they're coming from different people. Like, neither one of these people, I apologize, I know.
Yeah,
one of them I don't know because they said they're anonymous, but the other one I apologize, Ellie. We'll start with her.
Wait a minute, how are we getting these anonymous ones?
Well, I don't, their email,
okay.
It doesn't show their name, it just shows like,
Gotcha.
runfast@gmail.com, and they don't put their name at the end of it. So, I don't know, I don't have a guy that
you can't sleuth that out.
Yeah, I don't have one of those guys.
Right. These are like Grant Nicholas is setting up all these aliases,
He
right?
Is. Yeah. Little turkey. This one's pretty good though. I like it, and it made me feel pretty happy. And Joel hasn't seen these yet.
I have not. I'm fresh.
Starts off. All right, guys. You two pretty much got me into trail running around May.
Oh, nice.
I ran on roads, and after hearing a few podcasts, I took the jump. I love you both. Well, we love you too, Ellie. Trails are amazing. However, winter is coming. What do I do? How do I run on trails? What should I expect? And please tell me what to wear. I just used my treadmill in winters past, but the thought of running trails in the white winter have me both excited.
Where's this person live?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
She says, running trails in the white winter have made me both excited, scared, and not prepared.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Ellie in Fort Collins.
Oh, Fort Fun.
Yeah.
Man.
So here's the questions, Joe, for you.
Yes.
How do I do it, or what do I do?
Yes.
So she's never run trails in the wintertime.
Gotcha.
She's new to trail running, only
Yeah.
a few months in, so she needs to know what she should expect, what she should do, and then what to wear.
All right. So Fort Collins and here, really similar
They are.
winter situations. You could have a winter where you're running on dirt all winter long, right? And you just go with tights, either full or 3/4. Shoes, just like normal, right? Layer it up on top. So T-shirt, something a little longer that can block out the wind, gloves. The head thing, though, I mean, you can wear your hat, or if it's really cold, you can go with a buff, or you can go with a beanie, right? So just keep it simple, layers, so that way you can take stuff off if you get hot. If the trails are snowy, think about some tracks, what are those things called?
Microspikes.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that to be a little bit safer.
And just know that you'll be going slower.
Yes, slower.
Even when you feel good, because it's just you do.
Yep.
And just maybe your first few runs, just take it easy.
Oh, for sure.
Just to kind of feel
Ease
it
into
out. Yeah, just to kind of feel it out, because it is a little trickier.
Yeah.
You got to watch for ice, especially like Joel said, it's like us a lot. So you get these lower elevations that may not get it as bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, enjoy it, embrace it, but don't look at running in the snow as. And here's how I think. I don't think you should do the snow thing when you're on this strict running plan, because your workouts aren't going to be the same.
Definitely not.
So it's going to be harder.
Yeah.
It's going to be slower.
Yep.
Depending on the trail, if it's packed down.
You're going to be sore.
Yeah, different places.
Yeah, your muscles are going to be working harder.
A lot of those stabilizers, when you put your feet down, your toes will crinkle, try to grab the snow through your shoes. So you will be a little bit different, but just take your time and enjoy it. Like you said, you're scared, you're excited, not prepared. Just take your time. You're not probably training for necessarily a snow race. Take it as fun. Take your camera, take your phone, take some pictures and enjoy it. Make a snow angel once in a while.
Yeah.
Don't eat yellow snow, though.
Small little runs at first to kind of get used to it. And once you get more comfortable, go longer and longer.
But don't.
Yeah. But if it's dirt, girl, just treat it like any other day.
Just go.
Just go for it. Just make sure that you have the appropriate attire.
And I know a lot of times when people first get into running, they've got their go-to, right? Like it's a 5 mile out and back or a loop or around that. Don't compare now to then, especially give yourself more time, and definitely don't compare the two. Like, man, I'm slower in the snow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, everybody is, and you got to just be careful, but just have fun with it.
Yeah,
because it's different. I mean, the first few times you're going to be giggling.
Oh yeah,
and send us photos.
Yeah, if you got packed out single track.
Oh, it's fun.
Oh, that's fun,
especially when it's snowing lightly.
Yep.
And me and Joel have been in some pretty heinous snowstorms, and we've been waist deep at times in snow where we kind of went off camber. But
oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, but yeah, enjoy it. I'm so happy that you're part of trail running. It made my day.
Yeah.
That you have listened to us to get into trail running. There's so many amazing people out there. Find some people to run with even.
Right.
But yeah, just kind of the same thing. Just like Joel says, layer, have gloves. If it's slick, have some microspikes. If you don't have them, try it. You can try it, but just they're safe, right?
Yeah.
When it's bad. So thank you, Ellie, in Fort Collins, and thank you for listening to the podcast. The next one's pretty funny.
Okay.
This is the one that I couldn't find out who it is.
Gotcha.
They've never emailed us before.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll look at like race registrations that would come in through us.
Yeah.
This isn't anybody
Okay.
I have run our races. So my husband and I are looking to plan one solid adventure run in 2019 for just the two of us.
Okay.
We are at odds on where to go. Grand Canyon, rim to rim to rim, Zion, Wind Rivers, etc. We live in Park City, so we'd like to keep the drive and keep it 600 miles one way at the most.
Gotcha.
From Park City. And then it said, love to stay anonymous so friends don't get butthurt if they're not invited.
Oh, I love that. That made my day.
So dear anonymous, so your friends don't get butthurt if you don't invite them. That is a great question, because this is something we grapple with a lot.
Yeah.
So you limit it to 600 miles, and just off the top of my head, I don't even know the radius there. I'm guessing the
That's
ones
like Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I mean, Grand Canyon, I think Zion, Wind Rivers are good. If you live in Park City, those are great because you're close to the UNS, so you can do that anytime.
Right.
So if you truly want to get away, I think a lot of it just depends on what you guys want to do.
Right.
Because Grand Canyon, you sleep at the canyon, and Depends on the time of year, which you didn't mention, so I'm guessing that's kind of up for grabs.
Right. She said next year, so that could be spring.
Yeah,
right?
It could be any time. So I like Zion over Grand Canyon,
right?
The Zion Traverse.
Less busy.
It's less busy. I like the different landscapes, the
right.
different almost climates, if you will.
Right.
Different types of trails you get on, different views. Plus, you can always get out and do more. Like Grand
right.
Canyon, you got to go down, and
you got to come back
up,
and
we got to come back
and then
up.
You got to go back down and back up again.
And it is, like Joel said, it's more. A lot of times, it's more crowded. There's more people, I think, generally on the trails there.
For sure.
I like it. I've done it a couple times, but I prefer Zion. Wind Rivers, again, depends on what you want to do.
Yeah.
You could always hike get a base camp, and just tool around for a couple days.
Get eat up by mosquitoes.
Yeah. So I think it depends on what you and your husband are into. As far as would you rather be in a tent? Would you be in a hotel?
Maroon Bells.
Oh yeah, I want to hit that.
That's probably 600 miles.
Yeah, it's in Colorado. Yeah.
Probably close to it.
Oh, yeah, easy from Park City.
That would be another one to look at.
Yeah, that's a good one. And there's more around that area. Soft Rock, absolutely. Down in Silverton, 3 days on that,
right.
Different places. That's a good one. My favorite go-to, excuse me, right now is the Pacific Northwest, but that's probably too far.
I think that's outside the 600.
Yeah, but if you want to fly, you can do that.
Good point. Yeah, they could do a Wonderland Trail.
Yes, that's what I was
thinking.
thinking.
Do that one around St. Helens. Mm-hmm. If they're up for that.
There's Tetons.
There's the yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many out there. I think you just have to look at it, what you guys are into more, like what's more enjoyable.
What they could. I don't know if they've got kids, right?
Yeah. Well, it just says the two of them only.
But I mean, they want one. But why can't they have more than one?
I don't know.
Because if they got like the Tetons, that's a pretty short drive.
So they could do that and Wind Rivers or that and something else.
Well, I'm saying, yeah. So in the springtime, they can go down to Zion, and in the summer they can do, say, a 4-pass loop or the Maroon Bells loop, and they can do, Wind River or something like that.
Yeah.
Because those are shorter. I see those as closer.
I think you should both
go to the
pick
Grand
one.
Canyon. The Grand Canyon, that's a solid 12-hour drive.
That's a long way.
Right?
Plus, yeah. I think you should both pick one.
That's good. I like that idea.
Yeah, like you each get to pick one.
Yes.
And maybe just and I don't know the reason.
You have to have an A and B in case you both have the same A.
Yeah. I agree. You should say, you know what?
I have to have a spring one and a summer one.
Yeah, mix it up.
Yeah.
But that's a tough question, just because there are so many
more
places.
Let us know what you chose, and why, and why.
And we'd like to know why. And we won't stalk you.
Too much.
Yeah, because then your friends might get butthurt if they see pictures. Of you
or
guys without them.
If you don't invite us.
Yeah, you can always invite us. We won't bug you.
We'll
too
stalk
much.
you.
Yeah, too much. But that's a great question. But there's so many. There is so many. So I hope that helps. But let us know what you decided. But I like you each pick one.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty good. Get some different stuff in there. Last one. This is from Aric in Ogden.
We had 3.
Yeah.
Aric in Ogden.
This is from Aric in Ogden. I need a new vacuum, but can't decide between the Dyson and the Shark.
Oh.
That was it.
Okay, so here's the deal with that. So
okay.
I got an insight on that.
Okay.
So we've got the Dyson.
Okay.
I love it to death, but the battery does not last very long.
So you've got a chargeable.
Yes,
okay.
we got the chargeable one. I've heard that the Shark, even though it's not as pretty, the battery lasts longer, and it's easier to get a replacement battery.
So my old place, I had a Dyson.
Yeah.
So Aric, I had a Dyson at my old place and loved it.
Yeah.
It was amazing. But at Costco, they have them on sale.
Gotcha.
They've got a Dyson $60 off.
No, nice.
So it's like $240.
Yeah.
But then they've got the Shark for $150.
Yeah.
So that's the
I would go with the Shark because I think the battery, the replacement battery.
They're corded.
Oh, screw that.
Yeah. They're corded.
No. Once you go cordless, you don't go back.
See, and I've talked to people with battery-powered ones, and they said the suctions, that doesn't have as much juice.
Whatever.
That's what I've heard.
Dude, we got the Dyson. That thing crushes it.
Really?
Yes, and we've got 2 cats and a dog.
See, that's the thing is I'm going to have a dog hopefully soon.
We got 2 cats and a dog. And
or Aric says he has a dog.
Yeah. I'm just looking at Eric's place, and I know the cordless one will be just fine.
If this was me asking
if
the question.
It was you.
Yeah, so we don't know this Aric from Ogden. We don't know how big your place is.
I suspect I know how big it is, and you'll be fine with the cordless. Trust me.
But I've read a lot of reviews on the Shark that aren't as good, though.
Oh, okay. Well, go with the Dyson. We've had the Dyson for a couple of years,
and
I've replaced the battery on it once.
Man, this is getting confusing for me because so Aric, I had a Dyson, and it worked great, and so I'm looking for a crate big enough for my dog.
That's a different story.
But that's what I'm saying. He's going to have shedding, so I need a vacuum that can pull the big hairs. Because this carpet,
the Dyson will be fine.
This carpet will hang on to him.
No, you'll be fine. Trust me.
If there's anybody
out there,
there's
2 settings on that Dyson. There's one that'll suck the nuts right off of it, and then there's the gentle one.
Okay.
All right.
So you got weekend mode and weekday mode.
That's right.
Okay. All right, got it.
The weekend mode is shorter, as it should be. When you're having that much fun,
you don't want to be going too far.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So that is the other thing. Aric from Ogden needs a dog crate for his dog for his apartment, but they're super expensive. So if he needs a vacuum and a dog crate, man, something's got to happen. But
I go with the Dyson.
So if you have
prettier.
I love the
prettier.
Dyson, and I've used a Dyson before, Aric, so I really like those. I've never used a Shark, even though Sharks are popular right now because of the Baby Shark song that people talk about, which I still never heard on purpose.
Gotcha.
But if you have any comments, because I know I would rather listeners chime in for Aric and Ogden than read reviews online.
Yeah, for sure.
Because reviews online are skewed. I mean, the TrailManners podcast has 2 1-stars on iTunes.
Yeah.
But because then there's too many paid reviews. But it's a Dyson. It's like the Animal Plus, and then the I don't know. The Shark is like a upright something or another.
Right.
It's like $140. But the Dyson's $299 with $60 off.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
So it's still almost $100 more. But I like. I'm not gonna lie. I like the name brand because I've used it.
Yeah.
And Shark I don't know. Shark is always, I've looked at Shark like just cheap. And I'm not saying it is.
Right. I know what you mean. Yeah.
But it's like
now that I know what it's for, I would go with the Dyson.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be for I'm guessing a smaller place.
Yeah, I think smaller place. Yeah. Easy to manage. Plus the Dyson, you can take off the longer component of it and go out and sweep out your car real easy.
Oh, yeah, that's a different Dyson than that's on sale.
Yeah.
Theirs doesn't come apart. It's just the upright.
Mine does.
Yours does?
Yeah, you can take off the long
shaft.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can de-shaft it.
Okay, so I hope that helped Aric and Ogden. Any comments on that would be much appreciated, because I know Aric and Ogden's getting tired of walking around and picking things up with his hands. So that would be great. So, I think that's all we have for this week. We should probably end it with that one. Stay tuned for some upcoming podcasts. We'd love to hear back from these Ask TrailManners, and please keep them coming. I know the seasons are changing, things are happening, so if you have questions, definitely let us know. And this is Aric and Joel, and this is Singletrack Session 109, and we are out.